I'm Joey.
I'm Aliana.
And today we just, or actually this evening, we're trying to, as some of you know, we tried making videos here and there, trying to experiment on, showing parts of our lives. And now we kind of more want to talk.
The real talk, right?
More in depth about us,
Yes.
specifically.
Interesting.
Then how do I say it?
Just be yourself. This is not.
So me, I'm from here in the valley, Rio Grande Valley specifically in Texas. Pretty much born and raised here. For Aliana, she was born. You want to say your part?
That's your background. That's it.
Well, I don't want to say too much because.
Okay. Well, I'm from the I was born in the Philippines, 1993. Lived there from when I was born until 11, and then we migrated. No, 10 years old.
Story
I'm
sounds
not
more
sure.
exciting than mine. That's why I only lived in here.
No, and then we moved to New York with my mom, my dad, my two sisters. We lived there for 2 years, I think. Yeah. And then we went. The first year we were in America, we went on a vacation. Basically a road trip. We went from Kansas, Texas to California, Las Vegas. Yes, we went all over to see our relatives, and then we went down here in the valley in Texas. And I didn't like it here because there was nothing going on at that time. That was around 2005.
New York life.
Yeah, 2005. No, yeah, 2005. And I did not know that 2 years later would be moving here. So.
In 2005.
No, we moved here 2007, 2 years later. So 2005, 6, 1, 6, 7, 2 years. So we moved here when I was 13, going on 8th grade.
2007, I was.
You were a freshman in high school.
No,
Yes.
I was sophomore.
Dude, you're a year older than me.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
It was part of my
he's
second
28, I'm 27.
Just turned 28.
We have 3 kids, 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 2-year-old,
2 boys and a girl.
and we've been married for 8 years.
But together for 9 almost
years.
a decade.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've been together long, and I'm just gonna say this is for our family and our close friends who don't really know us and don't know our story, or
Yeah.
or are kind of interested in our story.
Backstories. Was that
Yes,
our
our
backstories?
backstories, yeah.
Okay.
But we kind of wrote the list.
We're all over the place.
This is to better, especially for your family in the
Yeah.
Philippines. You haven't had contact with them for how long?
Not in contact, but I haven't been there
Okay, so it's
for
been
13 years.
13 years since
14.
you've seen your family. So,
Mm-hmm.
and not to be so in depth with it, but you've been your family in the Philippines have been gone through stuff.
Yeah.
Already, kind of mass it, multiple deaths. So it's I'm sure it's been hard, and they don't know their grandkids or our kids, and I want them to get to know them, and that's why we kind of started making those videos. And my family as well. I feel like some of them, they don't really know you a
No.
lot. And it's
And
kind of
the
hard.
kids,
It's just
too.
life happens, we start working, we're just kind of doing our own thing in our own bubble. So yeah, it's a little tough, but I kind of want this to be an avenue as to how they can help, or they can see.
Get to know us
Yes,
better.
especially was for
Okay. So, how did we meet?
in high school. Obviously, I'm not gonna say the high school. In high school, I was a senior year, junior.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a criminal justice class, and I found the class very interesting, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I like that class. I took that class for a reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we had that class together. And
For the first semester.
First semester.
It's like 5 months, 4 months, 5 months, yeah.
And there was, I don't want to be cheesy, but there was a couple of times we eyed each other. You know, obviously, I just never got the courage to say hi or anything like that. And
How old were you?
Well, I was like
You were
17.
17, I was 16, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we never talked to each other or anything. I think only once we said hi or something.
No,
We
we
were in a
never
group.
said hi. I
We were in a
know.
group.
I remember one instance, like he had us do a group work, and we somehow were in a group or something like that. But you were passing me those textbooks.
Oh.
That was the only time we talked. I said thank you or something. So.
I probably don't know what to say.
What
And then
else?
it wasn't until a year later,
Mm-hmm.
after I graduated, now that she was already a senior. Well, you tell so much better.
Well, yeah. A year, yeah. That was around February.
Well, how did it happen?
Hold on. No, that was around January, late January
Of 2012.
of
2010.
2011.
Sorry.
He had already graduated high school. I was senior in high school, so I was 17 going on 18. I had him on Facebook, which I did not know.
I didn't know either.
I didn't know how we became friends. So I sent him a message, which I don't really do. I don't do this, guys. And I told him he's the first guy I've ever sent a message to. What did I say?
She told me you know.
I just said, hey, I think you're cute. That's all.
If I could understand.
Yeah.
I like that.
I didn't think, I didn't think he would message back or anything, or even talk, or create a friendship, so.
Nope.
But he messaged back, so I don't remember.
Well, of course I would message back.
Yeah,
I was flattered.
yeah.
Especially at that time. I was like, wasn't really good with the ladies, so I was like, I didn't really.
No, but the funny thing was, I don't know, I was just scrolling through my Facebook and I had like that nudge in me like, oh, you should talk to this guy, which I don't really send messages to guys that I don't know. And I guess he's the exception. So,
Tell me to know
like
that.
God knew, maybe that was God telling me, oh, you should send this message to this guy, maybe. So after that, we started talking like via Facebook, and then we started talking, yeah, friends. And then we found out that was February. We found out that the next month, March, was both of our birthdays.
We didn't find out before? No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. That's when we started talking. So
So we found out we had the same birthday.
yeah, I think that's
Well-
what made us more like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we're not. I'm not into like superstition or anything like that.
Or like,
But I do believe, not to stray too much off, but God's plans and all that. But
honestly, I didn't make a big deal out of it. I thought like people.
at the time, no, it was just interesting.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, oh, we were meant to be together.
No.
I didn't think that. But
No.
I
It
found
was-
it very interesting and made me more attracted to her. Like, that's awesome.
So you were attracted to me already?
Well, like I said, in
Okay.
the class, that's when it started. I was already attracted to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't think that's the same. So
Okay.
yeah, we have the same birthday, and everybody we've told is like, what? It's crazy. You and your wife have the same birthday. And what's even crazier is that, yeah, it's a different year, but it's the same day on two different countries. On the other side of the world, she was born, that same day. Obviously, different year next year, the year after, because I'm 92, she's 93. But it just goes to show how crazy things work out.
Yeah.
And for her to go through the Philippines to New York to, kind of like you said, roaming through the U.S., and then this little spot here in the Rio Grande Valley, Texas, all the way to the south. It's like, how is that possible?
Yep.
It still blows my mind to this day. Very interesting.
Interesting.
And from then on, it's just like any other couple, you know, you do your little arguments, your breakups, little small baby stuff that, you know, young relationships go through. And it just started getting more serious and more serious throughout that year.
Yeah, and I was supposed to, there was this thing also, I was supposed to go to Dallas for college.
Yeah, Christ for the Nations.
Yeah, and I had my stuff packed. Like, I was about to go, like, I think the next week. And I was unsure of what was going to happen to us. I was like, you know what, I mean, if you want to see me, you can always drive up there, but you know how that goes. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work. But for some reason it didn't happen.
Was it like fun or something like that?
No, it wasn't.
Just...
Something else. But it wasn't, like, I was so bummed. Were you happy that I didn't go, or were you sad for me, honestly?
Both.
Both.
But more happy.
Yeah, I was bummed. And, I mean, it was a blessing in disguise, I feel like. Because if I had left, we weren't, you know, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Right now, here, 9 years later. So if I had left, maybe that was God's way. Yeah, maybe God had to put that. For me, it was a disappointment, but He turned it around, and here we are.
Well, after that, let's go back a little bit. After that didn't happen, we still continue our relationship, and as we did what, a year, right?
Year and a half.
Year and a half, and then we ended up.
Got married.
I had to work at it. Obviously, I had to show, especially her parents, her dad, especially, that I am devoted to her, and I really pushed for that. And I spoke with them face to face, as well as my parents. I think it's just my mom, right?
Yeah, your dad was working.
My dad was working, and it was pretty intense. I don't regret my actions. I don't regret anything. I don't regret pushing for that. Obviously, it comes back to, you know, maybe you could have waited just a little longer, establish yourself. But
how old were you? You were 20. I was 19.
Yeah, I was 20 years old.
I was 19 years old.
So.
Yeah.
And you know, finally got their parents' blessing, as well as my mom's, my dad's, and you know, Martha too.
Yeah, Martha.
Martha. Crazy me. Martha's been with us for a while.
Yeah.
And Martha.
If she watches.
I'm sure she will. Yeah, we just got the blessing, and then got married. And we wish things could have worked a little bit better, and money was pretty tight, obviously, at the time.
Well, yeah, because
But we did get married by court.
Well, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah. And
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
From there on, we got married, and then that was it a year before we moved to Dallas? Yeah. No. Yeah.
No, hold on. I was gonna say something. We got married. Oh.
May 2012.
What was your expectations of that? Like, what were you expecting that was gonna change or happen once we got married?
It was exciting. It was exciting that I got to live.
Yeah.
I'll be cheesy, guys. She's my best friend. You know, I don't really have a lot of guy best friends.
We got high standards.
No, it's not that. It's just, you know, I think first and foremost, your spouse has to be your best friend. I mean, if you can't have your best friend as your spouse, and you know,
it ain't gonna
you can
work.
barely talk to each other for anybody.
Like I'm talking about.
So
talk about anything.
yes, it's good to have friends with us, the guys, but you know, first and foremost, my best friend is my wife. So that's my expectation of it. It was I didn't think it was gonna be that hard. I thought
I know, me too.
It was just, I thought it was okay. I didn't have. It's not until you start, living day by day
Yep.
with that person, and you start seeing the stuff that they don't like about you. Well, not necessarily don't like, but not comfortable
You
with
start
your
to
ways.
see you start to unmask each other, like those little traits that
It's
you're
weird. You
trying
see each other
to.
almost every day during the day, but it's not until you actually start
Live.
staying with them 24 hours every day.
I thought
After you
it.
get married, that's when you see the true.
Well, I mean, you still get to know each other.
Ugliness, but the
raw-
true nature of the person.
The raw, the realness.
It's not always bad. It can be good too. Stuff that you never realized.
Like when we had just gotten married, it was so exciting because I have a curfew of 11 when we were dating, so had to be home by 11 or he had to leave the house if ever we'd watch or hang out at the house. So we don't get to hang out a lot, like going to other places,
Yeah.
just in the vicinity of our city.
Yeah,
Do or like on special certain circumstances we can go with family members. But I remember one of my favorite thing when we had just gotten married was whenever we would get hungry.
Yeah.
Like when we were watching a marathon, we just go to the store and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like midnight and we're out at the store by because I never got to do that.
I was mostly meeting with food, but
No, we would be together.
yeah.
I remember one time we went to Walmart and it was like 12 a.m. and we were there
We
buying.
have kids, so
We didn't have kids, so we could stay up all night.
yeah, it was
It was fun,
It was fun.
but then it was hard. I think
some of our worst fights.
one of
I'll
those.
say it, we had worse fights. We had
Yeah.
bad fights. Like just like any other couple, we're not
Arguments.
perfect.
Yeah, I feel like we're.
Long shot, we're not.
Anyways, let's move forward to. We got married 2012. Then we moved to Dallas 2013 of July.
But we were scouting a month or two earlier.
Yeah,
Like scouting to see where we could
like we
live.
went there,
They were family friend up there.
get to feel the place. So we went to Dallas, just the two of us, or
Hi,
me.
Cuida.
You're so cheesy.
I don't know if you'll see this, but
We went there for me because I wanted to go to school there.
Christ
Safe and
Foundation's
I,
the same
yeah.
school she applied her there for the year two, right?
Yeah, that was the school that I was supposed to go
But you did.
after my senior year. No, I was supposed to be
No,
right
no,
after
no.
I graduated. That was the school that I didn't get to go to. Somehow that God didn't allow. Little did I know, almost 2 years later, I would be going there with him as my husband. Crazy.
That was, honestly, it was fun.
It was fun, but
It was hard times.
It was hard.
It was hard because,
Because we got pregnant.
well, you got pregnant.
You're supposed to say we.
Okay.
We were expecting our first child, which was Jeremiah. And what was I? I was turning 21. You were turning 22. You were working. I was in school full time.
This was already like,
We
this
got
is fall 2013.
Yeah, we got pregnant August. Dang, we got pregnant fast. Cause we got pregnant September. Was
Wow.
September?
Somewhere
Yeah.
around fall.
I got pregnant September. We moved there in late July. We got pregnant September, and we were turning within our second year of being married together, and we thought, that we had seen it all with our first year of being married. But that's when when it was rough. Like, I guess with all the changes that was happening, different city, it was just the two of us. I was pregnant and I was going to school or working. I mean, it was a good place.
I loved it.
But I think it was it was just new. And we were,
We're shocked.
yeah, It was a lot
There's a
of
bunch of
changes.
stuff, and we towards the end of the spring semester
Which was that?
of 2014.
After he was born?
No, towards the end of spring semester.
You mean fall semester?
No, because you go to spring after fall.
I know, but I went to school fall semester.
Yeah, and then you go to the spring.
Okay. So you meant after fall, like towards the end of fall. You said spring.
Spring semester.
That's when Jeremiah was born already.
No, it was towards the end, like
Okay.
towards it. Going like I'm talking about the months of
Oh yeah, because he was born
March,
May. Okay.
April.
Okay. The beginning
We're-
of spring semester. Say that.
Okay. It was starting to get a little troublesome with finances,
Yeah.
paying for the school and everything, and I feel like maybe if we tried harder, there could have been a way for us
Yeah.
to stay. But we just decided.
It was hard because we were away from family more 10 hours, 11 hours max drive. Trying to
10 hours.
10 hours, yeah. We can't just, oh, can you watch my kid? I need a moment. No. So we had to fend for ourselves, just the two of us, plus the baby. And it was nice. I liked it. But it was when the reality was setting in. Like I remember when we had Jeremiah, I was in labor for 25 hours. Do you remember that? No? Really?
I don't remember being that long, but
Do you remember when they stuck that needle in my back 3 times?
yeah.
Because the anesthesiologist couldn't, he couldn't make it in, so he had poked me with the epidural 3 times.
I think it's because you have a back.
Yeah, it's because, yeah.
She has problems with her back.
And you were like, remember? I saw your face when you saw the needle. You had that like, what the heck face. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty big.
yeah. And I was in labor for 25 hours. And he was born. And then when we went home, I remember we were just in the living room for a whole week.
Yeah.
You had taken the mattress from our bedroom, you laid it out on the floor, on the carpet, and I was sleeping on the couch while you were sleeping on the mattress.
I don't know why we did that.
Because I was having a hard time, because the bed was too low, remember?
It's the same
You don't
size as the
remember, dude?
couch.
I know. Anyways. But honestly, it just the maternal instinct just came. I think it was okay, so how do we work now as a husband and wife with a baby? I think that was the challenge. Yeah, that was our second year of our marriage when we had Jeremiah.
And we had felt like maybe it was time just to go home.
Just to go home because
We felt like we need more family.
we need,
around.
yeah, because there's a saying that it takes a village to raise a child. We didn't have a village, guys, back then. It was kind of hard. It was just, I mean, he worked at the campus we lived in, but
Campus.
yeah, but still, we kind of,
It wasn't paying that much.
we were kind of like for me, I had so much, I guess my hormones also. I needed some reassurance from the people I know, like my family, that okay, you can do it. I needed the support, the wisdom, and I'm sure you felt that.
Yeah.
No? And we were homesick, basically.
Yeah.
We missed home. But I mean,
So-
Dallas will always have a special.
My dad was able to help us out. So
Oh yeah, he was a big help.
stayed there.
He moved us. He drove that moving truck.
So basically moved back home
Yeah.
to the
Here.
RGV, and we ended up staying at your sister's.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved into a room that her sister had,
Yeah.
and just me, her, and newborn.
Yeah, and he had just turned a month old when we arrived
Those.
in in the valley.
I'll just say,
That's what the real stuff
beep it out.
Yeah.
It counts.
No, I don't cuss.
No.
That's one of the real stuff.
It was hard. It was
Yeah.
hard.
No, that's what. Sorry, our kids are asleep upstairs. We got me to them. That's when it was testing our marriage. I think there's
I'll be honest. I'm gonna be honest. That's
no.
just like any. I'm sure many couples go through this, or at least couples that are in this stage of their lives or relationship.
Yeah.
There's times where I'm sure you felt it. Maybe it's just easier just to leave and just still obviously be there to take care of the baby, but
Like marriage wise.
just separate. It was hard.
Was it that hard?
We got into pretty good fights.
Yeah.
Pretty good arguments.
But we never fought in front of Jeremiah.
Well, obviously we don't want to wake him.
Yeah, we would always not like fight, but we would argue.
But
We would
it was
argue.
tough.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'll be honest, there were some thoughts that crept in my head. And by the grace of God, I was able to fight those thoughts off. And
Yeah.
we just saw how precious Jeremiah was. And it's just going through, having him go through something like that. A lot of separations happen already, especially in this day and age, and I didn't want him to go through that. Separations by parents, families, and broken families. I didn't want him to go through that. So we pushed harder.
We fought hard.
We fought hard.
We fought very hard.
When I say fight hard, I meant like, because there's a notion where people think love is always there, the butterflies are always there.
No.
It's like they have to be there. If not, that means you don't have love for that person. No, love is not really a feeling. Maybe at first it could be, you could say that, but it's more, for long term, it's more of an action. You have to devote yourself, you have to push yourself
You have to choose.
to show that person that you love them. That's why I hear all these people in these shows and
I think
real
I
life,
know
like-
what show you're quoting.
like, oh, I don't have the feelings anymore, it's not there.
The
Like,
butterflies
no, you
literally.
gotta put work in it. You
Yeah.
gotta,
That's
you
when
gotta
the
put
real
in the work.
stuff.
It's just like anything else. So trying to find a metaphor with it, I guess you could say. You just gotta put in the work. It's just like anything else.
Is it working out?
Working out, planting
Yeah. You gotta
a
nurture
seed,
it.
you gotta nurture it, all that stuff. You gotta